In this story, beneath the vast, dark ocean, a giant whale glides effortlessly through the dark waters, surrounded by spiraling swarms of fish that flow like a living stream. Deep underwater, Liu Shang hovers silently, his face filled with confusion. A swirling purple aura dances lightly around him, while he cautiously scans his surroundings, trying to understand the strange place he has found himself in. While his eyes were shining with curiosity and martial energy was oozing out of his body, Lu Sheng started looking to the side and broke out in a sweat, as he did not know who the voice belonged to nor who was calling him to enter the dream world. With a serious look, Lu Sheng quietly looked at the ground. He knew there was no one nearby, yet someone was calling him to enter the dream world. He did not know if his ability to enter the dream world came from them or not. Liu Shang closes his eyes and thinks that the presence that has led him here probably means no harm. He decides to press on with determination. Instantly, a blinding light surrounds him. Suddenly, his body floats weightless, suspended in a spot far above the ocean. Surrounded by cosmic light, Liu Shang slowly looks around in astonishment. Is this a dream? A glimpse of the future? A ruined world? From behind, we see him staring at the glowing sphere in the galactic void. He leans forward slightly, eyes narrowed purposefully as he contemplates the strange cosmic landscape ahead. Using his power, Lu Sheng began to move towards the planet, and as he approached, he saw that it was a small asteroid, which looked like the little prince's planet. A few hours later, Lu Sheng entered the planet and landed softly on the ground. It was night, and there was a house in front of our boy, his gaze fixed on it. And thinking calmly, he realized that it was the little prince's house. The courtyard of the house was full of flowers, and without wasting time, Lu Sheng approached the house and opened the courtyard door. With a curious expression, Lu Sheng began to look at the flowers, and it did not take him long to realize that it looked like a traditional Chinese-style courtyard. The serenity of the scene catches his attention. It resembles a classic Chinese courtyard, peaceful and timeless. Something changes in his expression. He becomes more alert, his attention focused. As he walks closer, he sees three strangers gathered around a stone table, engaged in a game of strategy. None of them seemed surprised by his arrival. Silently, Liu Shang watches. A drop of sweat slides down his cheek. Who are these people? Could they be behind this strange world? One of the players, calm and composed, places a black stone on the board. The blond man looks up and greets Liu Shang with a friendly smile, inviting him to sit down, as if they had all been waiting for him. Hearing this, Liu Shang's eyes were filled with surprise and fear. His gaze fell on the man, and he was shocked. He didn't know what was going on. While our boy was immersed in his thoughts, the old man used his powers, and in the blink of an eye, Lu Sheng appeared sitting next to them. While his eyes were shining with confusion, he began to see the energy radiating from his body, and he was shocked because he didn't know when he sat down. The old man closed his eyes and began to smile. Lu Sheng began to look at the old man with a suspicious look, and although he didn't know them, the constant flow of energy they were radiating and their natural breathing method was somewhat familiar to him. The old man began to look at our boy with a calm look, and couldn't help but smile. Looking carefully, Lu Sheng realized that this boy was young Yizhu. The long-haired man closed his eyes, and a smile appeared on his face. He was Wang Yi. The man dressed as a gardener started to show a cheerful smile. It was Duan Yifeng, whose smile was kind. Duan Yifeng told Lu Sheng to calm down, as there was no need to rush. Hearing this, Lu Sheng started to look to the side, and his eyes were shining with suspicion. Players welcome him to the next round of this mysterious game. Across the galaxy, a spaceship flies through space at incredible speeds, surrounded by a shimmering blue field of energy. Inside a high-tech control room, a man sits confidently on a futuristic throne, surrounded by glowing holograms. His eyes are fixed on the battle raging on the screen. As he watches, he narrows his eyes in recognition. The technique Liu Shang is using is the legendary Five-Realm Fist, a martial art that works in harmony with the laws of the universe. A slight smile touches the lips of the man under his hood. Mastering it alone is enough for Liu Shang to earn a place in the prestigious Celestial Battlefield Academy. And that's not even counting his exceptional physique. On the screen, Liu Shang strides forward, enveloped in intense blue energy. The man mutters thoughtfully that he still cannot determine the full extent of Liu Shang's physical ability. He looks at the glowing data capsule in his hand and is reminded of Orand, a prodigy from the Yamu region. Orand became a legend after a battle, eventually being recognized as a level 9 extraordinary life form. But compared to Liu Shang, he doubts Orand could fall behind. If Orand reached level 9, could Liu Shang reach level 10 or even the elusive star grade? The thought excites him. If Liu Shang continues down this path, level 11 is almost certain. And perhaps, without interference, level 12 could be within his reach. That level, only a handful of people in the galaxy have ever achieved it. Beings of such power that even this man would not dare look them straight in the eye. He leaps up from his throne, laughing loudly. This discovery could change his destiny. Not only has he bumped into an extraordinary genius, but now that genius owes him 3 favors, enough to exchange for 3 entire planets. Suddenly, a holographic call appears in front of him. He looks up sharply. It's Lanshan, who is urgently contacting him. Lanshan begins to report something positive, but the cloaked man interrupts him, demanding to know if there were any encounters with star pirates during the mission. Lanshan's expression changes dramatically when he confirms the sightings. Several border planets have been attacked, stripped of their resources, and their populations enslaved. The man's fists are clenched in anger. Space pirates are leeches that devour everything in their path. Pictures of devastation flash behind Lanshan, showing the extent of the destruction. Lanshan speaks seriously. These are no ordinary pirates. They are the remnants of the dreaded Red Eyes pirate crew. Only 5 survived, including their ruthless leader. The rest were lost in previous battles. Another subordinate appears, reporting that these 5 individuals are considered to be at least 10th level in strength. Worse still, their next destination is dangerously close. The cloaked man turns abruptly. A wave of shock washes over him. Data scrolls across his holographic screen, beads of sweat forming on his forehead. As the horrifying reality dawns on them, heading straight for their planet of the Holy Land, a sacred place of utmost importance. On the other side, another spaceship passes through the stars. Inside its simulated natural area, sunlight softly filters through tree branches, with a group of individuals dying peacefully. A strong man comments that the price of ordinary slaves has fallen too low to justify long-distance transportation. He instructs his followers to keep only the beautiful ones. The rest dispose of them. A confident woman stands up and gives a calm nod. Outside, the leader points to a floating map of planets. "This will be our last attack," he declares, his voice calm but final. "Everyone choose a planet. Take what you want and return." The man with white hair and an eye patch looks at the star map. Without hesitation, he chooses his target. Another man with wild, spiky hair picks a different target. A large Earth-like world appears above them, which is his mission. Then the leader himself smiles at a glowing blue star. "I'll take number 28,462, he says, laughing. "That planet deserves a name for me."